Okay, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about today, I keep saying I need to stop rephrasing so many times. But anyways, I want to talk about why Vibe is the guild for you. Oh, for some of you. Aside from Vibe's history, undergoing with players that were not really honestly fit to be in this clan. This clan functions like an elite, but with the bracket of quality over quantity, if you understand what that is. So the way I created this guild was centered on the vibe of an individual to grow. And because I have studied throughout the years of my school in college to where I am now, I have a bachelor's. Now I have a bachelor's. Throughout my journey as a guild master, this guild offers not only hospitality for... I'm sorry, there's so much disruption. Oh my god. Vibe offers players a place of space, a place of like a safe haven, if you will. I will explain. Because I would like to see players get to know each other, interact with each other, and I care very much about how you interact with another player in my guild. And I have created a structure where I am not like trying to throw any type of a shade or anything. I like to see in my guild, not in other guilds, in my guild balance and harmony. One of the core factors of any person is that you need a support system that allows you to basically blend in, but also the ability to reinforce your mind to do something as you settle into a guild like Vibe. Vibe has been changing requirements because there has been maybe something I've missed, maybe that method didn't work, maybe something else might work. So it's an open creative guild, but also with the formality for players to behave and to act accordingly, because that affects the image of the guild. So in the guild, and the Discord runs well with the guild, but because of the loss of previous loss of player based in the game, I had to lay off the the brackets of joining, going from selection to recruiting to closed, to the I would really like a player that understands the bottom line of conversation, openness, open to subject matter, open to topics, without the need to criticize or to bully someone or harass them for a topic they have the necessity to feel, to broaden their perspectives. This causes anger and frustration and conflict to other guild members, and an impact to your overall image as a player in this guild. But because it's in the guild, we handle it accordingly so that outside players are not as effective. So I will show you right now. Go here. So the website I've created a long time ago It's right now it's not active, it has not been paid, it's not been anything. It is just, I'm going to just show you an example. So these had requirements, but I got rid of them because the game makes it change all the time. It's changeable all the time. So now I really just want from the basis. It's an active main player that's truly seeking a home, that is open to, reinforcing them to be part of the vibrant family. Seniors and members, rank members, we call them trial members rather than senior members. Well, seniors are like already ready to settle down, but from a psychological view, seniors that are being promoted from rank member to senior doesn't necessarily mean they are pronounced unless their vibe, their settlement to the environment of the guild has been established. So you can, I used to have it as we're seniors. They have all the access. They have all the access to guild guild storages, rewards if they want, gacha items, or if they want a specific item, or if they don't want anything, but they just want to be part of the guild dynamics entirely. Okay, the reason you should join this guild is that if you have a dark humor aspect, or like I said, political, without having to fight or use your humor as a form of communication to address real world issues. Vibe is not just the clan to Vindictus, it is also a project that I've been working on for a long time. Vibe is initially a project where players, once they are established in Vindictus, so Vindictus is basically my playground, but also an important playground where it is reinforcing players to have more purpose in their lives, besides on a computer screen, besides ruling out that it can be top tiers. That would be the base image, the base beginning of Vibe, while the players themselves are also affected by the energy induced into Vibe. Vibe has a very unique way of subtly affecting players, whereas the energy itself can, in a way, push you out or start pushing you out if you are intently trying to get out. And so perhaps that is how the others in the past failed. Vibe is a very pure, translucent place. It is not a place where you can hide or try to hide from those that are trying to help you, trying to levitate you, to be balanced out with everybody. It is not a place where you can just hide and if your energy is off-putting because you're not communicating, it causes a problem. It causes conflict. It causes that energy itself kind of starts reflecting on the base of the image of Vibe. However, Vibe from the outside is not perceived in such a way. Rather, right after the members that no longer feel connected to are led to believe that the guild itself is negative in light. However, a structure view is that a Vibe energy that's been in a guild and disciplined and trying to maintain that essence to stay balanced, whether it's becoming negative becomes something that sometimes I cannot control, I cannot change, I cannot, which means the energy overall would, that person leaves or that person goes. In terms of, so you would fit right in here. You would take your time, I will get to know you. I want to know who you are. Like, don't hide away. You can take all the time you need, dark humor. I love when people show dark humor. So dark humor is addressed to get to know real world events. If people are not knowledgeable about dark humor is meant to address a topic or an importance of real world events, and then used as a way of mockery or playfulness to to make it into a banter, a funny way to recognize the issue at hand. So that's why before in my Discord I had it set up, which I wish I didn't get rid of it, but because I was in a very, very unstable place, I had rearranged Discord. We're gonna go to Vibe Discord. Okay, so I went from the old, this is the AC fashion, where I started to post. I started to post because maybe one day we might get a player that, we have that. And so it's not just, Vibe is not just a place where you can, be just a seep, or like a place where you can interact, a place of, like a home. Like you come home, what's up, and, dark themes are presented, animals, oh, that's my dog. Maybe if you like anime, I'm a very diverse, versatile guild master. I don't believe, in my perspective, that dissociating players and having them disagree would, not disagreeing to, but not as a fight with each other, argue with each other, discriminate each other, and then as a guild master, you let that happen. That creates a negative environment for the player. You don't want to do that, but that's just me. But for me, I would create different types of distractions, different types of things. I could, they focused on. We can talk about diets. We can talk about cars. We can talk about, there's a learning curve in this guild. You always got something to talk about. You always got something to share. And if you don't want to, you don't want to do much of this, you can also talk. There's also a public sector and a private sector. This was, I used to be a roleplay writer back then, so I would, sometimes write, and I just kept that one in there. Visual optics is, a channel that can help you calm down. Maybe you need something that you can look at. You can also share. You can other than lewd, and I make a lot of jokes. I do that because I want to lighten the mood of my guildmates. Some of them I try to push because I want them to grow. I want them to open up. And, sometimes if you think you're getting very close to me on a personal level, and then sometimes, I always get that as a guild master because I'm a woman. No, you're not going to get far with me with that. No, I'm sorry. You just won't. Like, I care about you as like a brother, like a baby, but, I've been through enough with my guild, and that, I just need a new friend, That's what it is. A new friend we could talk about, share your opinions with, a place of family, a place to get to know other members. I truly like connection. That's what it is. I truly love connection. I love that my guildmates can connect. I don't like them in the corner because that doesn't do anything. That doesn't help them grow as a person or as a player in general, even though they might think it's just a game, it's just a guild. But you know what? I don't think so. Like, the world is already in a mess, and so I rather, get you to grow. Because who knows, let's say you live in Utah and like there's not a lot of people that can help others, and then you're the only, you're the one with the highest energy that you can be talked to, and you never know, that energy can help you and others, can make changes. It also, even if I may talk and try to reinforce you to speak or to do something, because sometimes I will, and I constantly will, because I'm a chatterbox. At the same time, I am also observing your behavior, your time, your responses to others, because as a guild master, me holding all this knowledge from education, and not just education, from my very own eyes and experience, is that I know you are either stressed, you are either in anxiety, I know that maybe you're not feeling well, and maybe if you say you're fine, and in words I can see right through that, and my first initiative is, I'm not gonna push you today. I'm gonna give you space. I'm gonna give you that time of space, and I am going to make sure you are relaxed. I don't want to push you. You don't want to raid, that's fine. You don't want to do dungeons, that's fine. You want to do farming by yourself, that's all fine. Like, do what you need to do, you just relax. I'm fine. Like, I don't need, chill. Like, you want to talk about something, let's talk about it. I'm not here to, judge you, unless you want me to judge you. When it comes to fashion, to art, to the entertainment industry, I understand the perspective a lot more broader than others. Maybe that's why I'm intimidating to some guild leaders. Like, how dare you know more than me? I'm like, you could learn from me, and then you could implement what I told you to your guild, so your guild doesn't feel like I'm just here because I need buffs. That's it. I'm like, okay, well, that's annoying. So at first in the beginning, I didn't really like that, because everybody likes having some short name next to their player name, like username 123 extra 1 virgin with the vibe name on it. It looks funny, right? But it's kind of like ambiguous when you put it that way, because it doesn't, from my eyes, it doesn't seem like it's it doesn't show a type of, it's not, I would say, not a worldview relevancy to the name vibe. Rather, if you put like even my name wouldn't make sense, like Spirit Ran with vibe. But since the player base has known me for quite a while, they know I'm referring to Silas. So and if you put the words together, Silas and Spirit Ran as a word itself means to spirit and cut, though that's referring to the ability that Silas has that means to break off, because Ren means to break. But in terms of guild mastery and position, it means that Silas would, it just kind of emphasizes that Spirit Ren from a subtlety means it's a person that's in the guild that appreciates Silas and probably has honed the skills of Silas in a different light, and they're in position of power. So I would, in a sense, reinforced the skill of Silas using my image as the guild master of vibe. Without knowing who I am, you just go ask, oh, That's a Silas Guildmaster. That's what I will go for it out of respect. Anyways, what happens when you pass the hierarchy of getting to know you, trial, everything is locked, the seniors kind of feel a little iffy about you, but you learn your way through getting to them, getting the trust. Now, remember that in the past, there will be players that were not there for the guild, and also the guilds were warned to lock all storages, because there will always be somebody out there that wanted to rob the guild storage. Now, the guild storage will be locked once you come in here, or maybe there's like one storage that might be open, and it will be open to help you, not for you to steal. And if you do steal, you're not gonna get much out of us. So I've had people steal my things. I had people get petty with them. I had all sorts of players that come and then bitch and cry to a different guild master. Hey, Site did this to me, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, now you're my problem, so you have to deal with me now. I'm like, well, that's the reality. You know, I didn't ask them to leave. They just went and cried and bitched and whatever. I mean, yeah, we guild masters don't like it when our precious child leaves us. But I built more strength. I built more broadity. I built more, like, I'm not afraid if you leave anymore, okay? Like, I don't fear. What's there to fear if the game is dying, you know? It's like, so I made my requirements a little bit more soft, but I still reinforce the disciplinary on you because I care about you. Okay, so what happens after you pass the trial member and then become rank member? Well, like I said a couple of seconds ago, I said that you're gonna still get, you're still gonna get eyed on. Like, yes, we are still seeking good players, not players with shady games that says, I'm here because my guildmaster told me to spy on you and wants to know things about you so that we can, like, do some embarrassing humiliation on you type of thing. I'm like, you guys are so petty. Like, that's not gonna do anything other than, I have also kind of done that, not gonna lie. I've done that, not for be petty, but mostly because information gathering is fun. So be wary, guild masters over there. Do not try to walk that bridge with me. I will find a way to just get information on you, just to, you know, keep information mostly, because that's how sometimes we work. But hey, I might not be the only one that does, but it's okay. Anyways, let me breathe. No, I'm not smoking anything. No, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't think any of that. Maybe like slightly drink every now, like holiday season, you know. It's just occasion drinking. I am bilingual, so si cambias el lenguaje, yo voy a saber. But that's about it. I am trying to also learn new languages so that I can understand others better. Like, there was a player Indonesian, and then there's a Japanese player, then, oh my god, the Russians. Da is the best word I got for the Russians. Da, which I'm assuming it means yes. Because I worked at a condo. And so I wasn't, you know, aware that, oh my god, there was a lot of Russians in the condo, and they all speak. I thought for a second it was Arabic, but it wasn't Arabic. They speak very fast, and they say it's the hardest language to learn. But who knows? Maybe I'll hone the language and then have a nice guild member from Russia. Not just, don't make it into a political thing. Like, I appreciate all types of races. I believe somebody will be always, you know, there's always goodwill in certain people. That's the good side that you need to look at, not the terrorism act or they're gonna do something to you. And I'm like, what is he gonna do on the computer other than what? What did I do to him? Like, I know Power Baby was one of them. He was good for. He was a good friend. I will admit he was a good friend, but he had his own problems. I'm speaking out right now. He had his own problems. His problems could not be, solved. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but I will say that Power Baby was in fact a good person. You can't just people like to assume too much. You guys need to stop assuming things. Like, that doesn't make you look good at all. Like, it just makes you look dumb. Okay, so we continue without me trailing off into my own rants of being a guild leader. All right. When you normally get into senior level after your trial member, and you got the trust and you made friends with the current seniors, and you finally the tier likes you, the little one likes you, and the big guy likes you. Just the tea I like to drink. My site is not working for some reason. Seniors get a gallery. If you want music, you can tell me which music you'd like. So I started to make an example. Give me a nice pose. I like action poses, dynamic poses. We're gonna do a little bit of Google. That's a laster on my screen. What are you gonna do here? We're gonna do, yes, I be on days to look up my own cycle there. I have no shame in this. Like, it's okay. And some guys too, like, guys need to start being considerate to the females that they're dating. Like, stop being so shallow and mean, and like, I want to be competitive and be like, show people I can be top. And I'm like, like, just chill out for like 2 seconds. Anyways, what's I looking for? Action shops, like dynamic action poses. Drawing. Okay. Why do I want dynamic poses of your character? It is to show that I appreciate the dynamics of the way you created or design your character, because I understand what looks good, what does not look good, and so I give you more than what others cannot. I give you the sense of acceptance and empowerment. And so I had screenshots here. I had them. Yeah, that's my real name. You don't need to fess off about it. Let's see. I will always put them here because that was my old. This was my old. These are screenshots, annoying screenshots. These were my old seniors. They. So this is a pose. This isn't like a just a normal pose. This was another Silas. This is a dynamic pose. So see, his dynamic pose right here is that his character is laid out. He's expanded, spread out. So he creates a unique dynamic for his character. Oh my God, there's so many. These are all my old. My old layout items. Was my dog. That was my old Orisha. So you see, these are old vibrants. She's wearing curves. That's a great. So other than the outfit, all curves. That's fine. Fire. It makes the image look comical. This was the old requirements. So varied recruitment generally refers to exceptional selection members entering to be followed when applying after questionable interviewing mandatory Discord invite as a trial member. So I had that set up But because we don't have enough player base, we don't have enough admins right now to deal with it, I rather not stress myself out of it. So we're just gonna do the normal selection. We're just gonna go with, if you apply and you want to try out the guild, I will accept. But if I can read through the lines. Like, I can tell if you are a player that is willing to come inside. Like, I will check your card. I will check it and see if you are in multiple guilds. If you're in two or just two maybe guilds, I'll bite. But if you're kind of like jumping multiple hoops, I'm not gonna be one of those added hoops. Sorry. But maybe I might be nice about it and say, maybe I can prove you wrong, that we are a different guild for you, and that maybe you take all of your alts, because I do like loyalty. So that is what happens. We try to do all the content as well. So this is kind of common sense. You must be open-minded, understanding, and knowledgeable and creative if you want to be. You can have a variety of interests. If you have something that could support the project, by all means. If not, it's okay. I'm not asking you to... no pressure whatsoever. Like, I'm just letting you know, like, if you have that, it's okay. If you don't, it's okay as well. That was the old requirement. Right now, I'm just asking for your loyalty. I can have no problem raising a player from the ground up to at least mid rank into the leaderboards, at least. So I help you to at least, get you started with raids and everything. So that's what I'm referring to. So the seniors get a nice gallery. They get a nice, place. They get to be shown off, because I want the guild, not just the guild, to be shown. I want the players to feel happy that they're being shown off. That's what I had always in mind. I always wanted to do that. I found it kind of fun. I found it kind of, this is what Vibe is about. It's a place of not just, top tier and discipline. It is a home that benefits players to open themselves up more and explore things with their members, that they can share other things, grow as a unit and brought out like birds. So this is still kind of my shop for the Vibe shop, for as the fact that we could if you like being in Vibe, you support Vibe, you like this is, oh my god, I love when sometimes this computer let's see, do this. No, it's not here. Done. I like when my oh my god. If you like the shirts, then you like the shirts. Where is it? And you can wear them. We have to buy them though, because I don't have the means to get it free for you. But where is the Vibe shop? Oh, it's not. Okay, so I love how this doesn't let me in. Oh my god. Okay, so we're just gonna go back to the website. And then we go back to... Okay, so I don't know why it's not popping up. Every time I try to log in, it doesn't let me in. Okay, so the shirts is not a big deal. You don't need to necessarily wear them. You can just, enjoy being a player. So I'll figure out how to put the vibe shop in the Discord. It's just a link to it. So that is a good reason to be in this guild. Every day is a new day. So I would like some members. I would like new people that are willing to be open, mature-minded, and they can support if they want to or not. And just as a vibrant member, you need to be aware that your image as a player impacts the players outside of you. So let's say, for example, let's say you pick a random class. Let's say you are a Lin, because I can't think of a class other than the one. Like, I don't want to say so much about my seniors, because they're the type of seniors I currently have are very reserved, very quiet. They don't like to open up much, which I kind of don't like, but it is what it is. I accept no matter what who they are as a person. I take my time with them as well. If that's what they want to do, then they take their time, but they need to still be disciplined in a way, even if they think, of course, you're top tier, you can do whatever you want. You can maybe you're not top tier, maybe you're like, let's say you've grown the image and vibe, you are a Lynn, Sharon, Tessa, whatever. You give off a certain epiphany or action towards players in the public. You are allowed to megaphone, you are allowed to speak your mind, but just be careful how you handle the public, because they might look at it as, oh no, like there's a vibrant. So we've made a impact in the game somehow. Even if we didn't join certain raids, we didn't show extensive promotion to others, but we have the capacity to perceive, to collect information, and to maneuver that information in a way that's addressed. And so when it depends. Every type of vibrant can be approached, cannot be approached. If you do something to them, like you kind of like decide to be mean or rude, that information is going to get collected. That's going to be used as observe tool. I will observe you. My seniors can do whatever they want, like as long as they know what they're doing, as long as they know what they're going up against. Me as the guild master, however, when I'm outside the ring and I see a name, I know what their energy is like. If I see you in a boat, I know what you're gonna do, or I'm going to test something and put myself in there to see what kind of person you are. That is the stature of this guild. And if it's not said in words, it's said in a different way. Welcome to Vibe. I hope you are happy. Maybe take your time. Take your time with us. Other broad things to talk about. will be always personal, will be consent by. Maybe like I might have edited something in the videos and I forgot to take out a senior's post. I didn't mean to. Editing is just a pain in the ass. Sometimes it's not as easy as taking out something from the consent pool. But either way, the channel's quite small, so I leave you with this. If you feel that your guild does not support your place, and you feel like out of place with them, you can try us out if you like. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening, day, year, month. I'm going backwards. Oh, I also forgot, guys. Vibe is a superhero from the DC comic universe. Have you guys ever seen The Flash? He is Cisco. And he has the power of perception. How funny, huh? But his opposite parallel is called revert. Well, let's take a look. Cisco. Bye. Isn't that cool? Your own clan is named after a superhero.
You're a dead man. Leave him alone.
Also, a little secret about Vibrant members: they can see the future. They can sense. They're sensory visionary people.
That mac and cheese looks unbelievable.
They have dreams. You can also be taught those abilities by your own guildmaster. It takes a lot more than throwing up a couple of buttons and some battling on the computer to prove something to a virtual pixel picture. Can you read and vibe? Can you sense and vibe? Can you be the vibe? Other than world memes, of course. Meditation is important when the body is consumingly stressed out.
Not gonna be vibing again for a while. Are you a time traveler? Because those white girl dreads came straight from the 90s. Yeah, what he said. Although, if you want to give me your phone number, we can Netflix and chill.
So as a guildmaster vibe, I always have to make sure my energy is high. Always high. Even if I'm low, I am very conscious that if it's low and I'm not in a good mood or I'm not in a specific mood, I tend to withdraw from playing, relax my head a little bit, and come back. That was a...
Not today, Satan! What the hell did he do to me? Get us to the alley.
That's enough of that. That's just an example. Okay, well, I'll be adding this to the video, and yeah. Welcome to Vibe. See you soon.